Hi, I'm Cindy Cloward with Riley Blake Designs, and today's project is a double-handed oven mitt. I saw this in the UK. I've never seen it in the United States. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, so I made my own version. Look how you can pick up your hot items, your casseroles, your dishes. There's no tummy burn. Just easy as that. So let me show you what supplies are needed to make this project. Let me move this aside. I do highly recommend using home deck weight fabric. It just has a little more substance. And then you'll need a heat resistant batting. So this is called Insulite, but you could use regular batting, but you're not gonna have the heat protection you'll get from a heat resistant product. So we previously cut out all of our fabric. You've seen the dimensions. Now we need to make our sandwich. So this is for the hand pieces. And again, you're just putting the Insulite product in between them. We're gonna sandwich it just like that. And you have two pieces. And then you have the long piece. Again, you're adding a binding at the end, so you have right sides out on this. Now it's time to quilt your pieces together. You can choose whatever kind of method you want to do. You can do an all over quilting, but I'm just gonna quilt on the diagonal. And so you can use a friction pen or something that disappears. This disappears with water. And I'm just going to draw out my lines, starting with the middle diagonal. And they're going to be 1 inch apart. Okay, take it to the machine and start sewing down your lines. Okay, I finished my last piece. I'm just gonna trim it up. I've already trimmed those up. If it shifts just slightly when you're sewing on the top, just trim your sides. Ever so slightly. Okay, now we're ready to assemble our hot pad. So the next step we do is we're gonna add a little binding to each edge. These are 7.5 inches. We're gonna sew our binding on one side and then flip it on the other. Now we're going to pin it. We're gonna sew a 1/4 inch seam allowance on this one side, and then we'll flip it over and sew on the other side. Okay, we've sewn our two sides. You can decide which one you want up, which one you want down. I'm just gonna trim off my two ends. I like that, that looks very good. Okay, get out your long-bodied piece. You can put that on the end, whichever side you like. Once that's laid out, I'm just going to cut the corners because we want rounded corners. Actually, let me bring in this. Love my Sue Daily rotating mat. It's so nice to work when you're working on both sides of things. So you line that up. I am going to stick a couple pins in there so it doesn't shift at all. This is a Lori Holt circle ruler. It's great for cutting your corners. So the last thing we need to do is put on our binding. I have a really good binding tutorial on this website, but real quick, you flip it over. We're gonna sew our binding on all the way around, turn it over, and finish it off. Let's start pinning. Okay, let's take it to the machine and sew. Okay, your hot pad is ready. It's finished and ready to use.